April 30th marks the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. Less than a year ago, the Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Memorial was opened in Papillion. We've shared a number of stories about it. Well, a documentary that chronicled the mission to create the memorial recently won first place in the Omaha Film Festival. And I sat down with the producer at Bellevue University.
So this is the timeline.
Miles Landaw is highlighting his editing timeline, laying out all the visual pieces to tell the story of Nebraska's new Vietnam Veterans Memorial, located near Papillion's
Sumter Theater.
So that was a pan shot given by the city of Papillion. They let me have that.
Landaw is a multimedia and video production specialist at Bellevue University. He spent hundreds of hours to make Nebraska's 400, a documentary telling the story of what it took to make the memorial. A memorial honoring the 400 Nebraskans who died in the war and the thousands of others who survived it, like Tom Brown.
We were on and off the ship for probably 7 or 8 months.
One of the first things Tom showed me was that really compelling photo of him carrying a wounded soldier off the battlefield. And so that kind of set the tone for like what we were kind of working with and how serious this actually is.
Serious because the veterans share compelling stories right down to minute details. They're old warriors now, but they were just babies then.
The hardest part in doing this documentary and piecing it all together and getting all their photos in from when they joined the service, some of them look like they're 15 years old. My son's 10 years old. 5 years, he could look like that. You know, it's hard to not connect with that material.
Landaw's documentary was recently named the best Nebraska short film documentary at the Omaha Film Festival, bringing more attention here to the Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Now, Ron Elwell is the executive director of the memorial. And Ron, what does this extra attention mean for your mission?
It's huge. It definitely gets out what the mission is about, and it's about remembering and educating. So with Miles doing such a great, profound job, in my opinion, of that documentary, and now having it get the exposure that it has gotten, it has led to bringing more people to the memorial and coming to find out what this is all about.
Elwell is a war veteran himself, Iraq and Afghanistan. And he says the memorial is a place where veterans, their families, their survivors can come and reflect. And he says the documentary captures the sacrifices.
I was sitting down with my girlfriend, I watched it with her, and I was in tears the entire time because I know what that means to the families, especially the Gold Star families, and to the service members themselves that are still around today that had to live through that.
That's 400 families. And
it gets me going every time.
Now, Landaw was never in the military himself, but he sees this film as a different way to help. He calls it serving the servants.
They came and served our country, and I get to take a little chunk and just tell their story, and that's my way of serving them. You know, it's my way of saying thank you, I guess.
Now, Nebraska's 400 has not been released to the public yet. Landaw says it will be entered in other festivals, both in Nebraska and in California. Now, as for the memorial, it's in the early fundraising stages as it hopes to build an indoor education center at the site. For more information, go to the link in this story at KETV.com.